When two people decide to get a divorce, it isn't a sign that they don't understand one another, but a sign that they have at least begun to. I don't know how that sounds to you, but so it's coming across that particular quote. I thought, that's a perspective to look at it from. And it reads like a good perspective, because if you're not just staying in there because of what people will say, what they might say, and you decide, you know what, let's go our ways and go and find peace.
Hey people, it's your girl Ray, and this is Not Format Village People. I think perspective is actually a gift. It's a gift to have a different perspective to the other person you're having conversations with, and it just makes it all interesting, isn't it? So on this platform, we're going to share personal stories. Be open-minded, listen in, pick what you can pick from it. Do you understand? On different topics, because we're going to be talking about different topics, from friendship to marriages to life happenings to growing up to backgrounds to careers to businesses. So different people will be coming on this platform, and I'm looking forward to sharing my perspectives, my stories, and exciting informations just for you to learn from it. It won't be new things that you've not heard before, but I'm hoping this platform will serve as a kind of a reminder for you to connect back to that you need to connect to. Once again, it's Not Format Village People, guys. Thank you. Hey, my people, it's your girl Ray, and this is another episode of Not For My Village People. And I must tell you guys, no, today is a day indeed, because this is a really cool one. You know, the series I've been doing, I thought I was done with the series, but yeah, no. Y'all listeners and lovers of Not For My Village, we are like, nah, you need to draw it back, because there are some interesting, juicy teas out there. Because the teas I've been serving them, they've been cold, they've been hot, they've been warm, in between and everything, but the juice and the tea we're talking about today has got some sugar in them, if I may say that myself. Even, you know how I love to hype myself. If you don't hype me, I will hype myself. But the truth of the matter is, this story, even I can't wait to just get into it and listen in like you all. Like one of our Not For My Village People's fan, like, she listened to the dating series and she was like, you know what, girl, I need to come on. I have got some stories to tell. And the stories we're going to be talking about today is even from a different perspective. You know how I'm such a big lover and fan of perspectives. Yeah, maybe when I read some of these quotes to you, you will understand what perspective I'm talking about. The first one that comes to mind as soon as I set for it, and I thought, nah, this is something I want to give my people today. Just because the past to turn out like you wanted it to doesn't mean your future can't be better than you ever imagined. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? You already know what we're going to be talking about today, yeah? All right. The next one I saw here from Katie Within, it says, your dream doesn't have an expiration date. Sisters, misters, take a deep breath and try again. There is no harm in trying again. Now, the lady I'm going to be talking about today, or talking to today, speaking to today, chatting with today, that she's going to be sharing this juicy, sugary tea for us today. She's a lady that was married. Now, she's going to tell us all about that. She was married, but she's no longer married. Okay. And now she's back in the dating game. Now, you all know sometimes this marriage business works out and sometimes it doesn't work out, whatever the case may be. Because it didn't work out doesn't mean you shouldn't try again, right? Like I said, your dream doesn't have an expiration date. If you want love, you want togetherness, you want the future, you want all this, lovey-dovey themes that we keep seeing, relationship goals like they put it on Instagram. Those are fake, by the way, just so you know, in case you're listening to this and you don't know it, please, sisters, misters, it's a lie. It's a lie. Most of those pictures were taken out of frustration. Most of those pictures were taken because someone is trying to prove something. Some of those pictures were actually taken on lovey-dovey days, but it doesn't mean every day is lovey-dovey. And take that from a sister that has been married for 11 years. I just thank God there is a rule about not killing another person, because sometimes I just want to use the pillow and get it done with. But yeah, I'm not going to do that. God forbid. In Jesus' name, your girl is a God girl, right? She's a Jesus girl, so I'm not going to kill anybody. But sometimes I just want to break his head. But yeah, I've not broken it yet. I don't plan to do that in the future or now. But yeah, just so anyone use this particular episode against me in the court of law. Anyways, it's your girl and it's Not For My Village People again. I'm going to give it to the sister on the call today, just for her to introduce herself first before we then dive, dove, swim, swam, whatever the case may be in this situation. Hi, girl. How are you doing today?
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Good everything, isn't it? Tell me, who
Yes.
are you? Tell us about you.
My name is Temi, and I'm a project manager by profession. I'm a divorcee, mom of two, and a businesswoman,
Look at
and
that.
an entrepreneur.
She's an entrepreneur. I love those entrepreneurs because they're all boss ladies, in it. You know what? Whatever the case may be, they're all boss ladies. And this, you heard her say, you talked about, you're a divorcee. How long were you married for, if you don't mind me asking?
I was married for 10 years, together for 11 plus.
Oh my goodness, that's a decade. And it didn't work out, unfortunately. But maybe she want to share today. You know how I like people to just go and drive and do whatever. Tell us whatever they want to tell us. But she did tell me already. She said she's got sugar in the tea. She's serving today. So, just
hot tea.
stay on board. Stay on board. It's going to start making sense very soon. But before we go on into that, let me read this very third quote I saw online. I thought, you know what? Girl, please dilute this for us so we don't go home with diabetes, because she says she bought sugar on board, isn't it? It's okay to be afraid, but don't get stuck there. Have the courage to start over again. What does that mean to you, Temi?
Have the courage to start all over again. Boy, that is really, really hard. That is really, really, really hard, because there are lots of women in marriages that are very unhappy, or they are afraid to leave because of what people will say, family members, financial woes, friends, church. There are a lot of things that hold people back, especially when there's kids involved as well. People stay to fight harder just because of the kids. Nobody goes into the marriage thinking about divorce, but
Correct.
things happen, and sometimes it's actually more healthy for the children to leave than to stay.
I like that you said that. You know what? Even though we're not talking about marriage today or the brokenness of some of the marriages, but I like that you say sometimes people stay before their kids. And I feel like we grew up hearing this from our parents, most especially our mothers. And they're like, despite the fact that they were unhappy in their marriage or in their relationship or situationships, they stayed because of their children. But now I feel like it makes a lot of sense now from this other side of things, in our 30s, in marriages. And we're like, a lot of people, when you hear their stories now, I thank God for my life. It's not the same everywhere, but I thank God for my home, and I'm glad where I am. I'm happy there. But sometimes it doesn't really work that way. And oftentimes some people will consider, my kids come first. But then when we say, kids come first, most women are suffering. You said earlier, most women are suffering and they're not happy in their marriage. Does it mean most women? Is that correct way to put it? I don't know.
Should I say most?
It's
I will say most. Maybe some women. Let's change that word, because most is a bit. There are lots of people that are very, very happy and content in their marriage.
100%, yes.
Let's say some, not most.
Yeah.
Some.
And those that are not, okay, so some. So those that are not happy, it doesn't mean even those of us, for example, I think I can happily put myself in the box of someone that is happy in a marriage. But I know something, and trust me, I feel like he knows as well, the mister knows it as well, that we're not always, it's not 100% daily happy. I think I'll be worried if
Definitely.
we're always happy. Do you understand?
No, I know it's not possible. Marriage is hard.
It'll be a makeup cake, isn't it?
Definitely, marriage is definitely hard. And if anybody tells you that their marriage is easy and is ooh la la all the time, they are liars. Do you understand?
Funny enough, honestly, that's correct. But funny enough, I was at a wedding this weekend, and I'm one of those people. My friends know that I don't just go to people's wedding. I am 35 as well, and I've only been yesterday's wedding. The wedding I went to this weekend is the 5th wedding I've been to in my entire life. I don't just go to people's wedding. But at this particular wedding, I was kind of also a part of the wedding. So I had the need, or I had to listen all through. I was there from the beginning before it actually started. So I listened to a lot of the things. And one of the things they were saying yesterday, I think maybe the MC or a pastor or something was saying, they said, oh, may you be attracted to each other for the rest of your life. And I'm like, that's so fake. That's so unreal.
That is very, very unreal.
It's not gonna happen. No. It's not going to happen. The joys of it. When we start getting that one belly instead of 6-pack, and that husband with the flat belly, when you met him, like you're like, oh my God, it goes 6-pack. The 6-pack is not 6-packing anymore.
No.
Do you understand? But you just gotta adapt. I feel like adaptation and by God's grace, being happy about it. You also pointed out something earlier that I want to quickly go into before we go into this dating escapades of yours. You talked about Christians, like, people will be worried about what they would say in church. Yeah, this weekend as well, I had the need to tell someone that I'm sorry, but I'm not a churchy person. I am a Christian. A lot of people are churchy people, are religious people, but they don't even know the God that they're serving. So when we talk about people in the perspective of those that have opinions about a marriage making it through or a marriage not making it through, I'm thinking, hopefully the first thing you're thinking about is the other party in that relationship that they're looking to come out. Are they at peace? Are they happy? Are they safe? Do you understand? Because sometimes that's not the case. But again, today is not about marriage talk. There are some juicy stuff Temi has brought out to us today when it comes to our dating escapades, dating adventures, if I'm allowed to say that, dating experiences. But she's going to be tackling it from dating after divorce.
Yeah.
So tell us, what have you got for us, sister?
Well, I think I got married when I was quite young. I was, I think, 23 or 24 when I got married.
Great.
So my dating experience back in the day was so much different. I feel like back in the days, men were more willing to court a woman. They were willing to tolerate more from women. They're willing to woo a woman. But now people don't do that. They don't do that anymore. They're not interested in doing that. Everybody's just interested in, this. I remember one guy saying something to me. This was somebody that was trying to date me. And he said to me that the only thing better than a P word is the next P. I was like,
what?
Huh? Moment I opened my mouth, I was like, huh?
So it's like a schedule. You're a project manager. It's like a schedule. It's like dependencies, the very first one, and then it depends on the other. That's interesting.
But I was just thinking in my head that there's always going to be a new P. That's what you have to realize. Do you understand? There's always, so that means
sister,
if you're saying the only thing better than a new P is a P, and what's it called? You're always going to be in search of something. You're always going to be in search of something. So that's what I'm like, nah, that's not right. So basically, let me tell you one of my first experience of dating.
Yeah.
I met this guy. I went on a date with this guy. He invited me out. So I'm guessing, I thought he invited me out. So I thought he took us to a restaurant that he would be able to afford, obviously, because you invite out.
Correct.
Back in the days when people are dating, that's what I thought. That you invite a lady out, you're expected to, pay for the meal. That was my impression I had in my head. But when we got to the meal, it was an African restaurant. When we got to the meal, I think the total bill, I had maybe I spent £15 or maybe £17 in total. And he had something, and maybe his bill was like maybe £25. I know the bill was not up to £50. I think it was like maybe 45 or something like that. And the guy was just like, oh yeah, I know you independent ladies now, you want to pay for the meal. And I was like, eh? So I was dumbfounded because I was just like, I don't understand. I thought you brought me to a restaurant that you could afford. So why are you spending? I was like, no, I'm not independent. I'm a woman. I'm not independent. No.
What does that even mean, independent woman, because you're about to pay for a bill? Like,
yeah, I was
that
just
is disturbing. Where did you find this man?
Dating websites.
Oh, that's another thing.
That's another thing, because think about it. As a working woman and a single mother of two, where am I going to meet the man?
That's true.
When I go out because I get paid for because I'm a businesswoman, like I said. So I go out for business. I barely go out for, like, maybe when we hang out, me and my friends, we're always indoors. You know what I mean? So dating up, my friends suggest dating up to. And boy, was it a trip. I was so traumatized, I had to leave. So that was my first dating experience. So let me tell you another one. This guy lived in Sheffield. I've never been to Sheffield before. So he wanted to come out. He wanted to come down to my city. But I thought, because I've never been to Sheffield before, let me go out there. So I decided to go to Sheffield. So he booked a restaurant. So wait, I think, did I end the other one? That other date, he ended up paying that date, by the way.
Oh, so you said you were not independent and then he paid for it?
Yes, he paid for it. But after that date, that was the end of it.
Is it because he did not reach out, or you didn't reach back out to him?
He reached out to me, but I know my worth.
Correct.
If you're already about £40 bill, what would the relationship be like?
And you want to split a 40-pound bill. This dude must
Like,
listen to this. He's a village people. Goodness me.
so that
Okay.
one, I was just like, nah. And that was my first ever face-to-face date out of the app. That scared me already.
I bet.
But then my friends were like, oh, no, things happen. Like, you need to be patient. Like, maybe that one was just a bad one. Like, maybe you should another one. Like, maybe. So I thought, okay. So I was stupid enough to do it again. I think once bitten, not shy at all. So I was stupid enough to do it again. So now my second experience, this was like maybe 5 months or 3 months after.
Yeah.
So this one again, we've been talking for a few months. We lived in different cities. So he lived in Sheffield, like I said. So he invited me out to Sheffield. So I went there for the day. So he booked the restaurant. What's it called? He invited me out, and the restaurant was really, really nice. It was like, I don't know if you've been to the Ivies before.
Yes, in Sheffield. I've
Yes.
not been to the one in Sheffield, but I've been to the one in Manchester.
Yeah, so that it wasn't called Ivies, but it was similar to the Ivies.
Oh, okay.
The food was amazing. The ambience, the guy was such a gentleman.
Wow.
I mean,
is he a colored person or Caucasian?
It was a Nigerian man. It was a Nigerian
African
Igbo man. It was an African Igbo man, to be precise. So the date was going. So he opened the door. He moved my chair. He was such a perfect, and we spoke. It was such a perfect date. So we now decided that, okay, since the date is going so well, how about we go back in? Do you understand? Because we were still earlier in the day. This was like around maybe 7 o'clock or 6:30 after the meal. Okay, we have nothing to lose. So we started getting shots. We started with shots in that particular restaurant. Then we went to the first bar. So upon our arrival at the first bar, I don't know, do you know a drink called Ray and Nephew?
Oh, no, I don't. No.
Okay, it's an alcoholic drink.
Is it cocktail? It's like a cocktail. Ray and Nephew.
No. Ray and Nephew is a Jamaican rum. It's 67%.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, it's really, really bad. So I saw that Ray and Nephew on the bar, and I was just like, oh my God, have you had Ray and Nephew before? He said no. And I said, oh my gosh, that drink is a killer. So I don't know if this guy was really, really nervous or he was trying to prove something to me. So this guy said, okay, he wanted to try it. So he ordered 2 shots. He ordered 2 shots of Ray and Nephew. I was like, I am not having Ray and Nephew because that is 67%. I'm too old. When I have alcohol, it takes me 2 weeks to recover. You get me?
Yeah, I can imagine it. We're in a 30s, isn't it?
I'm not. As I'm telling you, so I was like, I'm not doing this. So he did the 2 shots. Then he got another 2 shots. Then he got to play. He did 12 shots of Ray and Nephew.
What?
And when I was trying to talk to him and I was telling him that I don't think it's a good idea. He said, oh, he's a man. He said he's a man and he can handle his drink. That who do I think I am, talking to him like his mother? I was like,
it had kicked in by then. I think it just kicked in by then already.
Oh, so then this man started becoming belligerent. I mean, because the drink, he had almost half a bottle of Ray and Nephew, 67% alcohol. So he started shouting at me. He started becoming really violent. So I just decided to excuse the building. And then when I got outside, he came outside with me and he started shouting on the streets. So when I saw him shouting and he started doing, I would never let a man disrespect me, because who are you to talk to me like this?
Do you mind me asking?
I don't know you that well. This is it.
Do you mind me asking, sorry to call you short, what was he shouting about?
Because I was trying to talk to him about his drinking. Because I was trying to give him grace, because I was like, maybe he was nervous, because maybe he said this was his first date in a while and he got out of a 2-year relationship before me. Do you understand what I mean? So I thought maybe, sometimes people can be nervous and we can drink way more than we should have because of the nerves. Because we're trying to calm our nerves.
Yeah.
So I was trying to give him grace because I thought maybe he was nervous, but I was trying, calm down, that this drink is really, really bad, that you may not feel it now, but when it kicks in, it's going to be very, very, aggressive. But the guy just wouldn't listen to me. So when I was exiting the building, he followed me, and outside he was like, who do you think you are talking to me like that? Da, 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 da. So I just decided to, look for a cab, and I was walking away. And as I was walking away, the police actually got to him and they arrested him that night.
What?
For drunken disorderly, yes, because he was legless. He was all over the place. It was really, really bad. So imagine my first date was really bad. And then my second experience of dating, this was also my experience.
No,
So the
girl.
guy called me the next day. And he was like, he was almost blaming me, not holding himself accountable for his action. And he was telling me that, that this was the first time that he's been arrested in his life, that if not because he met me, he wouldn't be arrested.
Are you serious? Are you flipping kidding me? So he's
That was
blaming you now.
Yeah, he was blaming me for his actions. A grown 37-year-old man was blaming me
He
for,
was
I didn't put a gun to his head to drink that alcohol. I just suggested as he had it before. And he said, no. I said, okay, you can taste it, but one shot. And then he had 12 shots.
Did you have any shot of the drink?
No, not Ray and nephew. I had tequila shots.
Well, if
What's
Eden
Patron? I
went
had
for
Patron.
12.
No, I only had like two shots because I can't handle more than that. It takes me weeks to recover from one shot.
Oh, was this guy also from the dating side?
Yes, it was also from the same dating site.
The same. You need to jump off that dating.
Yeah, I have now. That was my last.
That was my last
experience
one.
really traumatized. That experience really, really traumatized me because I felt because I had two shots and I was already like a little bit tipsy, and I thought to myself that imagine if I arrested with him, or let's say we were together, because I was walking away when the police got to him. But I have more to lose. I have more at stake for me. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I just drunken disorderly at the age of 36. Are you kidding me? Those are things you do when you're 21, 22. That was cute.
Mm-hmm.
But as a grown adult, that is really, really bad. So that's to say, like, dating after divorce. Number one, the dating pool is really, really, like, I have friends that are similar ages as me that have never been married. And I used to think, when I was married, I was like, there are lots of single guys out here now. Like, what are you saying? There are lots of men, but they used to tell me that the people out here are crazy. But I never believed them until I entered the dating pool. And I'm like, damaged people everywhere. And the thing is, hurt people or hurt other people.
Of
Lots of
course.
people have been through stuff in their life and they don't take the time out to actually heal. But instead, they go on dating websites trying to get their next victim, and they're not available, but they're portraying to be available.
Oh no, I'm so sorry this was your experience, because I've had some horrific story about this dating websites and people. But to think, like, culturally, because I know you're Nigerian yourself, to think, culturally it was similar, it was, something you recognize, and then it becomes this story now that has traumatized you. And so since then, you've not even tried to.
Oh no, I'm done. God is going to bring the man
What do
and
you
throw
mean?
him on my head. God is going to bring the man and throw him on my head and let him slap me in the face so that I can really know that God is the one speaking to me. Do you understand what I
Okay,
mean?
okay,
Because
sister.
the devil
Maybe
comes.
not the one that will slap you in your face, though.
I know God will slap me in the face like, dude, this is your husband or this is your partner. You get me? So that I can know that, yes, God, you're the one. I hear you. I hear you. Because outside now, even on this dating app, do you know how many people's husband I saw on that dating app? And I'm like,
I think that's the sugar bar. What husband did you?
you know what I mean? I'm like, how can you like loads? Oh no, dating out here now. There are loads of married people. Loads of married people.
Well,
Loads of married people.
Sometimes, this perspective thing, and as human beings, not the animals, but as human beings, sometimes we think something is a certain way, but it may not be. Now, you are no, I don't know how many people or stuff. Obviously, I got wind of you not being with your man anymore, but sometimes maybe you don't even know they're no longer together anymore. So maybe those people you saw on dating site, maybe they just still.
Oh no, they're still together. Oh no, they're still together.
Said they're still together. Oh, you still?
Oh, they're still together.
Living together.
Oh, they're living together with kids. Oh yeah.
Really?
There's even one. Oh my God, there's one that recently person was dating my friend, and my friend doesn't know. And then I went to a party, his birthday party.
Yes.
I went there on a business, and then when I got there, it was his birthday party with his wife and his child, and I was just like,
and he was your friend's boyfriend, but he's a husband and a father somewhere else. Amazing,
yeah.
like.
Oh yeah. I had to call my friend with the tea, like, ooh, let me take a
Girl,
picture. Boom, 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 boom.
is this still the man you're dating? Or maybe his twin brother. It could be his twin brother, just trying to stand out for a mister right now. It could be a twin, that he probably doesn't even know his own twin brother. That's a possible
Mm,
situation.
mm, mm,
This happened like for real, real. This was not a Nollywood movie or something. You didn't see this in an
No,
American movie. It's
this
not
is
a
real life.
red. You went to
No,
the
this is
party and you saw your friend's boyfriend married.
yes.
You're
And the funny
celebrating
thing,
his own birthday,
I left the party immediately, and I was just like,
and
you
you
get
didn't
me? I
do
went,
your business anymore.
no, I was there on business, but I still had to give my friend the tea. Balance,
I like
baby.
that. I like that. I like that. If you don't have good friends that will give you teas like this on the spot, oh my goodness. No, that's something.
And I wanted her to pull up if she wanted to, because this is not.
Did she come out? Did she come?
No, I didn't think it was. Why would you disrespect yourself like that for
I
over a man?
know. But
And
what
number
if your
one, the
friend knew he
lady,
was married?
the wife, no, but she didn't know,
She
and
didn't
the
know.
wife didn't deserve for her to be
Of course.
embarrassed. Like, she's a woman. Do you
Of
understand? She didn't deserve to be embarrassed like that. Like,
Are they still
let's,
together now?
jokes apart. Like, she doesn't know.
I mean, your
But
friend.
my friend, oh no, no,
There's
oh
a
no,
lie.
no, 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 no. They're broken up now. Like,
Broken up.
yeah. But there are loads of people. Honestly, like, I've met loads of married men on website, and I'm just like, when you start digging, like when you start talking to them, you meet them, and then some of them, obviously, I don't know them from Adams, but when you start digging deeper, and then you're like, asking questions, because don't think about it. I'm 36 years old. The men I'm meeting are like maybe late 30s or 40s. When they say they've never been married, on their website, on their profile, they say they've never been married, they don't have kids, they don't have this. And I'm like, think about it. We're 30 up in our 30s. Life has gone through us, or we have been through life regardless. So you would
Correct.
have a story to tell.
Yes.
And me being the psychologist that I am, because I did psychologist for my postgrad, I was just, when I start asking probing questions. Do you understand what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and then when you tell me a question, when you answer a question, I keep that answer in my head. So when you're trying to play around, or you're trying to, I'm like, I thought you said, I thought you said, but upon further digging, then you start finding out that they're married. But or some of them will lie to you that, they are trying to separate, but they are not separated yet. Or
Yeah.
I'm just like, nah, loads of people out here that are not, things are not always as they appear to be, basically.
Oh, that's such a shame because oh my goodness, poor woman, that lady with that man, and he's just, he's gallivanting all around town, and she's just the wife in the house. But talking about, from your perspective, and I think it does happen a lot, to be fair, because someone told me a story once as well. There was this delicious looking guy as well, very very cute, from what I heard, and obviously they went on a couple dates, only for later this man is saying, oh yeah, he actually has someone he's living with. He has an housemate. The housemate happens to be a woman with kids. And what's the situation here is because
Housemate.
they were married.
Why is he calling her a housemate when they're married?
Wait, they were, no, the where is there. Let's just even acknowledge the where. They're not married anymore, but they live together because they kind of bought their house together. So stupidly they can't even leave, and you're going on dates, and what a lie. What a big gigantic lie is that.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? Are you for real? So you want to continue to date while you have a woman in there? So because in case you both come out and you're going to church or to mosque together on a Sunday or a Friday, you can easily say, oh yeah, she's just my husband, and we're sharing the car together as well. Very sad.
Mm-hmm. And they share the bed together as well.
Oh, maybe sometimes, even married. Maybe it's part-time. It's probably on a schedule somewhere. You're the project manager, there's probably a project plan out there with when to sleep on the bed and when not to sleep on the bed, in it. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry you've been that. But yeah, in your opinion right now, when it comes to, because you're talking about you don't want to date anymore, you don't want to go back to this dating websites.
No,
And
definitely. I'm
unfortunately, I
definitely
feel like
never.
with how long I've been on this planet Earth, I'm not sure there's going to be a man that will drop from heaven like you mentioned. They don't drop them like that, unfortunately, and not even with the world we're in right now. So You know, I would definitely, I'm hoping you get that courage again, because I can understand what it is. Because from what the quotes we even read earlier, I said, just because the past did not turn out like you wanted it to, doesn't mean your future can be better than you ever imagined. Okay.
I agree with you.
Yeah. Yeah, go on.
I agree with you. However, like for me now, don't forget that I'm not a youngin. I'm dating as a 36-year-old woman, and I also have kids that I have to look out for. So any man that's going to come into my life, because I'm dating with intention.
Okay.
Do you understand what I mean? I'm dating intentionally. But because of the experience I've had, I've actually come to the resolution that if I'm never going to marry or meet anybody, and I'm going to be single for the rest of my life, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it, because the last thing I want to do is to bring somebody into my children's life and break up like a year or two later and be introducing them to different, uncles and uncles and uncles and uncles and uncles. I'm not doing that. Do you understand? Like, if that's why I said that God have to literally drop the guy, because it has to be somebody that is God fearing, somebody that we're equally yoked and our goals align. Do you understand what I mean? Like somebody that's been through life as well. Like I'm 37 years old. I'm not a spring chicken. I've got challenges that I've been through. But do you know what I'm finding now? People our age want younger girls that they can manipulate.
You mean the men, right? You mean the misters?
Men. Yeah, the misters. They actually want younger girls that they could manipulate, not women like us. Because we know ourselves, we're more confident in our skin. Do you understand? So we ask more of them. We demand more of them because we want them to bring their best foot forward. Do you understand what I mean? Because we've had experiences too. For a young 25, 23, 22-year-old girl, she's into the game. She doesn't know her left from her right. Do you understand? She's not really experienced. She doesn't really have life experience under her belt. Do you understand? So she's willing to please that man and tolerate more of his nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're probably just buying her iPhones and paying for the meal when they go to
exactly. And that's all she requires of it. Do you understand what I mean? Because she doesn't know any better.
Yeah.
As a grown adult woman, dating now is like we require more. And the thing is, like, women are earning more now. Women are financially independent. Do you understand what I mean? So, like, what are you bringing to the table? Because I am the table.
You're the table. So, I am the table. You're the table.
So what are you bringing? You get me? Because don't forget that we women, like when women go into marriages, we have a lot to sacrifice. We sacrifice a lot. We are the one having the children. We are the one that they give us a house, we turn into a home. We are the one, because they say behind every great successful man, there's a woman. One nurturing their dreams, caring for the dream. So you as a woman going into a relationship, you have lots more to lose than a man would.
Yeah, but if you're saying, correct. I agree. But if you're saying the mister is a perspective, isn't it? The misters are looking for the younger ones. Does that say, are you very concerned or alert to the age? Is the number a very important factor for you?
No. But the thing is, another thing, like I was talking to my brother today and my friends about this. One thing that I've noticed is that, let's say now I wanted to go for a young person, like a somebody that's a little bit younger than me. I'm a mother of two. Let's say this person is African, for example. Even if the person loves me as much as I love them, what about their family? Because most mothers, I remember having a conversation with my friends, like a man, my friend, because I wanted to seek a man's perspective on this. He was a grown man, a 40-year-old man, and he was telling me that when he was 37, he met a girl, and the girl was amazing. That girl was the love of his life. But because she had a child already, his mother refused the wedding. His mom is late now, and that's something that he said that he regrets, that he wishes that he defied his mom and still went ahead to marry that girl. Because now he's still not married. And he felt like, because now that girl has actually gotten married to somebody else, he felt like because he listened to his mom, he missed out on something good. But he was telling me from a man's perspective that, especially like maybe a Yoruba culture, if that's what you're going into, Yoruba women, mothers to be precise, they would not tolerate a young, especially maybe someone that's never been married before. You now saying you love a mother of two, God
Mm.
forbid bad thing.
Yeah, I get that, and I really, really I feel it as well. I think it was yesterday at this wedding ceremony I attended. The minister, it was a Christian marriage, and the minister said something about, may we not miss who you're meant to marry and marry who you're meant to miss.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get that?
That's deep.
Oh, I felt it. I'm like, oh, preach. Because sometimes, based on how we started, sometimes I feel like people fall into they end up with, they marry those that they were supposed to miss. And then they miss, like this guy you're talking about now, unfortunately for him, he listened to his mother. And now he's maybe in courts, missed who he was meant to marry. Oh my goodness. No, thank you so much for for sharing all the things you've shared. It's been an amazing I feel like people will probably get their popcorns and drinks by the time they heard the first story with this and the various other examples you shared with when it comes to dating. To round up today, I know you've said, oh, you're not searching anymore now, you're just chill, you just want to. What would you say that guy that you want God to drop from heaven, what would you say you want him to be like? You've mentioned a few. You said God-fearing, and you have to be equally yoked. Now, I don't know what that really means, but yeah, equally yoked in your own words. But what else would you like that man? Just in case that mister is listening to this podcast, like, let me go save Temi out of all that things she's going through. So tell us what's on your list? What's on your list?
I think for me, somebody that is kind. Do you understand what I mean? Somebody that is really kind, God-fearing. God-fearing tops everything, because I feel like if someone knows God and loves God himself, the way he would treat another human being. Do you understand? Because they say a man should love his wife the way Christ loved the church. Do you understand what I mean? I feel like somebody that is God-fearing, somebody that knows the word, has his own relationship with God. Do you understand? That type of person would be a kind man, a man of substance. Do you understand what I mean? God-fearing.
Oh, I like that. That was deep. A man of substance. No, that was really, really deep. And I like that that's a standard, because from what you're saying, you keep saying it and you keep repeating it. I feel like it's a standard that you're setting for yourself now, that the next person I make, the next, and you said you're dating with intention. So whoever you're dating now, it's not for us to just go to a restaurant, eat and drink. It's about what's next for us. So I feel like you're a sister that would be like on the first day, okay, so
I don't even want to eat.
You don't want to eat. You don't.
I feel like that is a facade. Like I would go if I was going to go on a date now, I would go coffee date, or I would go for like a walk in the park. Because I want to talk to you and find out more about you, because I don't want to waste my time.
What's going on in your head and your mind?
Exactly. What's underneath that, veil?
It sounds odd.
Yeah, I would like to talk and find out more rather than going on a romantic date with candle lit and everything like that. Boy, bye.
And then someone starts to ask you, can you
pay the bill?
No, that was funny. That was really, really funny. But
it's very important that before you go on any date, always have vex money. My granddad taught me about that.
Yes.
You always. I could play for that date, but it was just principle,
I even like the hashtag of that. Always have a vex money.
Vex money, very important.
So no mister will be looking at you like, you know what, Miss Independent, where's your wallet or your card? Great stuff. A man of substance, definitely. Yeah, I resonate with that. God-fearing and a man that has, that is, you're something yourself. Won't talk about bringing something to the table. You have a table, you have something to bring to it as well. I like that. We're going to end today's recording with this quote that I see online, and I feel like it resonates a lot with what Temi has been talking about tonight. And one of them is saying, when two people decide to get a divorce, it isn't a sign that they don't understand one another, but a sign that they have at least begun to. I don't know how that sounds to you, but so it's coming across that particular quote. I thought, that's a perspective to look at it from. And it sounds like it reads like a good perspective, because if you're not just staying in there because of what people will say, what they might say, and you decide, you know what, let's both go our ways and go and find peace and go and date potentially men and women of substances, is because you now both understand that, yeah, we're not substantiating, if that's a word, if that's an English word, we're not substantiating one another anymore, and we just got to go out there and find substance, our own partner full of substance. Don't miss out on something that could be great just because it could also be difficult. Now, to me, and from all the people I've been speaking to on this Who Did You Date episode, including my dating experience, to be fair, I am scared of this date. I feel like it's difficult. And you started with that as well, saying that, nah, it's not easy. It's not, you use some words there. You said spring chicken. I'm not spring chicken anymore. You know, it's not, it's really you in your 30s. And then all these people are cooking up stories when they have their missus in the house and the children are laying in bed next to them, and they're on dating websites. I feel like there should be a dating website police. You know, that would be good, isn't it? A dating website police that calls out people they come across on there that are actually married. Interesting. Maybe that's a new job for someone out there. Sisters, misters, listening to Not For My Village people, it's been another fantastic episode. I hope you've learned one thing or the other from this particular episode, or if you're about to get into the dating world and you're curious about the dating website. Dating website was never a thing when I was, searching for love and things like that. But it sure is now. So, for those that are looking today and they're going on those dating websites, Temi has told us today that not all the people you see on that platform are good enough for spring chicken, or those that
Can
are
I
not
just say something
anymore. Yeah, go on,
May I
please.
interrupt you? I really, really, really love your podcast, by the way. Like, it has been very insightful, and I love how vulnerable you've been, because I feel like loads of women are going through the same challenges and having life experience, and it's just nice to be able to know that you're not alone.
Like, thank you, sister.
So I really, really enjoy your podcast.
Oh, Temi, that means
I am one of the Not For My Village people tribe.
Fan. Oh, look at that. No. Thank you so much. I feel like in another year we'll be calling Temi as one of those OGs of Not For My Village people. Legend.
Yes.
I really appreciate and I respect that as well. Thank you so very much. And I wish you and pray you find that love that you're looking for, the definition of it, whatever it means to you. You said you're the table and you're looking for someone to bring substantiated stuff, things of value, things of good quality onto your table that your heart desire. I pray for you, and sisters, misters, for you guys out there that are looking for, from everything we've recorded. I don't know, I've not received any additional ask on this Who Did You Date episode, but if I don't, this will probably be the last one now. But then hopefully the ones that we've recorded so far, it serves as a reminder to you. You're not alone, like Temi said. You're not alone. People are going through this stuff, but make sure you have, what your definition of a partner is, what your definition of the mister is, of the sister is, and be realistic from the angle of your own situation. Because yet again, I always say we all carry baggage. We all carry baggage. Acknowledging your own baggage, working on your own baggage, and making sure you're clear and very transparent with it when you meet that potential person that is bringing something onto your table, Mr. or sister, in this perspective. For all of you out there that are looking for love, that are searching for love, that want something solid, that want something amazing, I pray you find what it is that you're looking for. And those that are already in it, I pray you continue to look at the green pastures that you're living in right now. And I just gotta be real, it's not always gonna be green, but don't use a pillow, just continue to discuss it. Have a good understanding, and things will sort itself out. It's Not For My Village people, guys. Have a great day ahead, and keep listening, keep sharing, keep following. Drop your comments, send me an email. Just, the emails are helping, just like Temi did right now. I feel like recording another one today before I actually call it a day already. But it's been great. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Temi, I appreciate you, and hopefully, maybe, who knows, we might bring you back again sometime soon. Thank you once again, and enjoy your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.